What is Ganesha? Why we have to pray Ganesha? So, is there any possibility that we can explain in a scientific way? So now I will be explaining in a scientific way. In chapter 2, 45 verse of Bhagavad Gita, they have explained one concept called Nirbandha. So free from dualities or something like that they have explained. But here you have to free from all these dual things. That's what they have explained in that. And the 45th verse has so many concepts which I am not going to explain now. But here, free from dualities, because there is a concept called dual concept, which is very popular in that era. So the dual concept is there. Now, what is this dual concept? Dual concept means anything they will divide into two: fire, water, earth, sky. Anything, Lakshmi Parvati, or Vishnu, Shiva, etc. So these are all Vedic gods. So Vedas prescribe these kind of gods. So many gods are there, but always they categorized them into two aspects. So those two are opposites to each other. You can see here opposites because so many gods are present. It's like they sometimes they will tell 3 crores. Actually, that is wrong. It is not 3 crores or 30 crores or something. In Sanskrit, has so many meanings. Koti is not crore. Please understand that there is another meaning. But if you ask a proper Brahmin, he will explain. But I am not going to explain all those things. So I will be explaining only about these gods. Like so many gods are there. We have a fire god, we have a air god, Vayu is there, Agni is there, Bhudevi is there, Vishnu is there. So many gods are. So all these gods are prescribed in the Vedas where you chant some mantras, you can call them. Now these many gods, so how to access them? How to classify them? Classify means separate into different parts so that we can carry like for example fruits vegetables we have classified the two. There are so many eatables out there, so we classified into two aspects, that is fruits and vegetables, so that we can pick one fruit or we can pick one vegetable like that. So in the vegetables also so many categories are there, so when you classify some things you will understand in a better manner. Cards are there. Now how to classify these cards so that they will be in a proper manner. Now you please see that how they classified. They used this dual concept for classifying these cards, dualities. So everything two they did. So fire and water two, like God three and God five, like some God, like because there are so many gods out there which Brahmins can explain, but I'll be like Brahmins can explain in a detailed manner, but I'm not an expert in that. I'm just scientifically explaining all these things. So God 6 and God 100, like that, some like two gods they have done. Now, once you classify all gods in a dual manner, then what happens is, so what they did is, these dual also, they said they are differences because they are opposite ones. Whenever you form a dual, like morning and night, Like when you form a dual, one is opposite to the other, good or bad. Like one is opposite to the other. Like these two opposites they did. So everything is opposite to each other. So fire is opposite to water. Three is opposite to God. Three is opposite to God five, like Lakshmi Saraswati. Or 8 and 10, some God 8 and some God number 10, like that, opposites. So these opposites they called as Vignalu. And what they did is earlier, maybe we don't know when they have formalized all these things. They made Lord Ganesha as the head of all the Vignans. So Ganesha, if you invoke Ganesha first, you can access all opposites will get activated. Then automatically you can go to that particular. Let me explain in a better manner. Now it is a very pure scientific classification. Ganesha is the head of Vignas and is a classifier to access any god. See here in computer science they call that as a classification problem. So much data they will be classifying it, and they gave so many names also, but the same thing was being established, well established in Hinduism long back. Oh, because such a complex data. So now suppose if I want to invoke fire using that some Vedic mantras or something, first what I will do is I will start praying to the Ganesha. Then Ganesha will invoke Ganesha, he is the head of all the differences. So he will get invoked. Then once Ganesha is invoked, then automatically it will go to the fire god. Once Ganesha is invoked, then from Ganesha, you again chant fire mantras, then fire will get invoked. Then that fire you can access because Ganesha is the head of all the differences. Here also Ganesha is there, and here also Ganesha is there. All these differences. Ganesha is head, so Ganesha is head. So this Ganesha will get activated. Then after that you can access that. It is a scientific way of accessing God. Now, how to access these gods? So we have in between we have Rama, Krishna, and all that. These Rama, Krishna, they are not explained in Vedas, but still we are praying them. And why we have to pray to Rama and Krishna, or Sai Baba, or Sant Sai Baba, or Shirdi Sai Baba, or like so many other gurus are there. So this is some other god also. Why? Now let me explain in a better manner. So see here in Bhagavad Gita, it is mentioned that in see here I have written a book called Scientific Commentary on Bhagavad by Shivaka. It has many details in it. It has several examples because it is a very complex book, and it has been 1 year. Many people have not understood actually what happened, so that is why I have to like as YouTube is a popular media, I want to explain all the things in YouTube, yeah, so that people will understand about the book. It is available in Amazon. Anybody can go to Amazon and they can always buy the book. Kindle copy is there. So this is the book title. Let's come to our discussion. So now see this: how to access these thoughts in a scientific way. Why we are praying to these gods? Like Rama is there, Lord Rama, or Krishna, And Vishnu and Shiva are also there, but they can be accessed through Vedic mantras, and so many mantras are there where you can access them. But Rama and Krishna, how to access? What is this? Now, please see this in the Bhagavad Gita. Sri Krishna says, whatever purpose is served by small well of water is naturally served in all respects by a large lake. Similarly, one who realizes the absolute truth also fulfills the purpose of all Vedas. That's what he said. That means that whatever is there in the Vedas, whatever concepts are present here, suppose if one person knows the absolute truth, he can, he is above all the Vedas. So he does not need to follow anything which is prescribed by the Vedas. So these people, the Rama or Krishna or Jesus or any gods, whoever is there or no God is also there. So all these people have crossed these boundaries. So that is why they don't follow the Vedic principles. So now, see that, and I will also explain which is the best way to access, how to access these gods, and what exactly is this. Now please see this. Now, based on this particular explanation, there are two types of accessing powers are there. The first accessing power is, so you want wealth, that is Lakshmi, because everybody wants money. Now first what we can do is, we'll pray Ganesha, then after that we'll pray to Lakshmi, then we will get wealth. This is prescribed by Vedas. But the second aspect is, see, this is like a minimalistic thing. That's what Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita. These are all minimalistic things. They are all small things, very small things. There is one thing which is higher than this. What is this means? Directly, direct access. Directly you can access it. So these gods are Rama or Krishna or many gods. Okay. Now, how to access. How to access these cards. Suppose if you are going in a Vedic manner, suppose if you are going in a Vedic manner, there are certain mantras are there. Those mantras you chant. But directly. You can directly access these cards. How? How to access? How to access these? See here, there is one more concept called Manas. That's what they explained here. There is one more concept called manas. Manas. So whenever somebody prays to God, so God will access, God has the power. Manas. So God has the power to access this manas. What is this manas means? See, so he see here so many concepts are there, which I explained everything in that book, and could not understand actually what I have written. But anyway, it is fine. Now I will explain these things in a detail. What is this? See here, you have one thought. There is only one manas. That is what they have explained in Bhagavad Gita. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that only one manas is there. Then one manas means what? What is this one manas? Suppose you see here, you have one thought, you have second thought, you have third thought. Any time you take, any time you take, you will have one thought, second thought, third thought, fourth thought. It will be swinging like anything. But you will have one pristine thought, with top thought. This top thought is called as manas. So this God can access. God can access this. This is what the concept which was present earlier in olden days, but now people don't know. Actually, they are following it, but mostly people don't know all these things. Okay. Now, why I explained about manas? See here, what happens is, suppose if you are a person who is, you are a person who is working, who do not have time, who do not have any like who do not like who want benefits from these any of the gods. You can pray, you can go to the Vedic concepts, and you can pray individual gods and get the benefits. Suppose if you want to access these gods like Rama or Krishna or any god or gurus, you have to convert your entire manas, full manas, you have to put on them. Then only you will get the benefit. Because even God also won't be knowing what is good for you or what is bad for you. Correct? It's very difficult to find what is good and what is bad. For individual person, God, it is very difficult for the God also to find this is good for you, this is bad for you. That is why what happens is your entire manas you have to put on these gods, and you should leave everything. Then you can access these gods. Otherwise, you have this is called as hereditary disease. This is what Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explained these things. That is why after Mahabharata, everything changed. Before Mahabharata and after Mahabharata, we can tell before Bhagavad Gita and after Bhagavad Gita. Before Bhagavad Gita, what people used to do is they used to access and then used to get all these benefits. They used to be satisfied, they used to live and they used to die. Some they used to do intense Vedic and they used to access all the benefits and all that. And they used to access gods and all. But after Bhagavad Gita, what happens? These new concepts came. In these new concepts, people thought this is low. Low is also it is beneficial. It is not like it is not beneficial. It is beneficial. because we have to work, we have to go and do certain things. So this is beneficial, this is required, this is also required, but this is a little higher. Then that is why what happens is everybody in Indian culture, they converted everything into 24 by 7 prayers. That is what they did in suppose 1,000 years before, 1,000 years before, or now also now, but 100 or 2 or 300, 300 years before, if anybody see 300 years before anybody sees in India, before British arrived or before these external invasions are there taking place, 24 by 7 they used to pray to God. How? First, let me explain in a detail what has happened. That is only my view, but I don't know whether it is correct or wrong. Let me explain in a detailed manner. First, food. Suppose if I have to eat any food, so first what I will do, I will serve the entire food to God, and after that I will eat. Second, suppose if I have to work, so work also, as you can see that, a simple example I will tell because everywhere examples are there. Tirupati is Simhachala and all. Puri is there. Puri Jagannath. In Puri Jagannath, if you see the Kalinga Empire, Kalinga, you see the Kalinga Empire, entire Kalinga belongs to Lord Jagannath. Lord Jagannath. So if somebody works also, if you work in a farm or a shop, this farm belongs to Lord Jagannath. Shop belongs to Lord Jagannath. Like that. So full 24 by 7, they used to work only for God, only thinking that manas, that manas means highest, highest thought, highest thought. That highest thought they used to keep him and they used to work. When they eat food, they used to eat for God. So they used to give to God everything. Then they used to eat the leftover. That's what leftover. Leftover. People who eat these leftovers, they are great. That is what it is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. Okay. Now I think many have understood what has happened. Now coming to this, that so even in Western civilization, there also Egypt and other places, if you see, they used to. I think they have copied this whole concept. So first, so Greek, different goddess are there in the Greece. Or if you go to Japan, Japan also different gods are there. So many gods are there because there are certain mantras are there where you can access these gods. So I will explain later actually how to access these gods in a better manner. Then third one is suppose in Egypt and Syria and other places, or in England or that side place, there are two religions are there, most popular ones. Now also the most popular. These religions also, that is why they used to establish centers, that is caliphates or something like that. They used to establish, and 24 by 7 they used to dedicate themselves to God. This is what it is mentioned in the Gita. This is what the highest term. Suppose you want this low things, it's good because see here every time we can't go in this particular manner. We we should have one more option, that is low option. That is, we can access these Greece gods, or we can access the Japanese gods, or for anything we need one classifier. That is called the classifier is Ganesha for Indians, and they will be having some metrics which I don't know, but they also try to Ganesha and access the gods. Now, but how to access these gods? Correct. Suppose because here, first, suppose if I have to access, so suppose if I have to access Rama, Krishna, and other Shri Sainath, all these words, I have to convert my entire life for them because it is overall. They will be taking care of overall. That is one wealth. They will be taking care of our health. They will be taking care of many things. But we have to dedicate ourselves 24 by 7. The manas. Manas means the highest thought should be only on them. Allah or Jesus or manas, our highest thought. Highest thought. Highest thought should be only on them. Then only we can access and they will take care of all these things. Mary. Okay. Now, there is a second way that is called as low grade. What is this low grade way? That is, I want wealth. Wealth. Lakshmi. So I want Lakshmi. Then how to access this? Correct? So what happens is somebody some 1,000 years before or 10,000 years before, God only knows when it is, they accessed this Lakshmi by chanting some mantras. That is what they mentioned in our scriptures, scriptures, Vedas or whatever. Now, when we chant the same mantra, okay, in our manas, our highest thought, we will be thinking that he got it or she got it, I will also get the same. This is what the way to access these thoughts. Okay, so this is the way where people can access the words. Okay. So suppose I will give a very simple example. I'll give a very simple example just for understanding purpose what I have explained. Suppose Bhishma sitting on this Ambasaya, that is arrow bed. Sitting on the arrow bed, he chanted Vishnu Sahasranam. Vishnu, 1,000 names of Vishnu. 1,000 names of Vishnu he chanted. At that time, he decided, he thought in his mind that I am calling this Vishnu. Correct? So suppose if in 2023, if we chant 1,000 names of Vishnu, that means that in our manas means what? Highest thought. Highest thought. We will be thinking that in what way he could access Vishnu I will also access him. This is what puja means. This is the meaning of puja. So it's not the mantras, or it is not the whatever we do and chant. Even if this concept applies to every religion, your highest in India, we defined these things as manas word is not there in other languages and other cultures. So the highest thought. That's what they tell you have to do more, more, more. How much more? That more is fixed by this verse. Your highest thought should be that what you are doing. And the way they access the same thing, you will also access. This is what puja means. This is what, see, based on my understanding, this is what the entire, based on my understanding, this is what the entire concept of God. Scientifically, I have explained. This is what scientific explanation.